Let's try this again. Welcome to B Review. I'm your host, Brian, and here on B Review, if I remember to hit the mic button, we review everything: movies, TVs, games, books, comic books, everything. And today we're reviewing Cruella. Now, of course, Cruella is is a prequel movie based off of the villain from a 101 Dalmatians, and by produced by Disney, as well as a book before that it was spawned from. Cruella or Cruella de Vil is a fantastic villain that you just have no way of liking in the book or the movie originally, and they do a great job in this to reverse that and make you like the character, like somebody just so hated. Now, Disney's been doing great jobs at this lately in doing that with villains like Maleficent. And if you're like my wife, you love the villains, so this is kind of just a cherry on top. Now, you can currently see Cruella, that now it's been out for a week, either through Disney's Premium Access on Disney Plus, or if you want to go to a theater, they're available there as well. It's a very good movie. Not so much great for the kids. Not that there's anything terrible in it, but it's kind of a high up there. It's definitely a PG-13, PG level movie. So if you have young kids, don't take them to it. Now here on B Review, we have 3 sections to go through for each movie that we review: the good, the bad, and the ugly. Of course, the ugly being the worst of all of the bad. So let's go ahead and start with that, with the good. In the good is the acting. Emma Stone and Emma Thompson, the 2 leads of this movie, her antagonists and protagonists respectively, are fantastic in this. In fact, all of the characters on here are fantastic. Emma Stone, of course, is playing Estella slash Cruella, and the Baroness is playing her foil, the Baroness. There's also, of course, her henchman, Jasper, and Oris, just like in the book and movie. And you find out how they meet and everything else. It's a fantastic way in acting, a fantastic way to have them all meet. It's great acting. Emma Stone kind of just falls perfectly into this role, so it's a great role for her. Her raspy voice that she has is perfect for playing Cruella. I can't say enough about how well the acting does. The story is fantastic as well on here. They do a great way of making you fall in love with a character that you should totally hate, and makes it so that though it's a bit predictable, it goes in a great way for you to see it. All right, so now with that, let's move on to the bad. I have to say probably the bad in this, or at least the low end of the bad, is, again, the predictability of this. You're going through this movie and you kind of see everything as it's coming along. Though the story is a really good, simple story, it's a little too simple. And again, like I said, this is not really aimed towards the kids. These are aimed towards a very small demographic, which is, again, like my wife, people who love the villains. So if you liked Maleficent, you'll like this movie. Myself, I still enjoyed it, but I'm kind of an Emma Stone fan, so there's not a whole lot of high tier. Lastly, the one bit about it that's not super high tier, or the ugly, has definitely got to be the CGI. There are aspects in there where they CGI some of the dogs, because of course you have to do dogs with it being a Cruella movie. And there are times with the dogs that it just takes you out of the movie. It's not the best CGI. I mean, they put a ton of money into the actors and everything else and trying to make it a time period piece because it plays during the 60s. But it's not great with the CGI on the dogs when they do the CGI dog stuff. That is the worst part about this movie. With that being said, Emma, like I said before, everybody is on point with the acting. Even Mark Strong, who was a surprise for me in this. I didn't realize he was in this. You don't see it from any of the trailers. He's fantastic in this. The acting, the simple story, and everything that they tell with it is good, but with the simplicity of the story and the predictability of the story in that CGI, I've got to bring it down. So I probably get this 2.5 Dalmatians out of 5, just because it is all right. It's a good story, but with the small amount of demographic that they're really aiming for on this, the lack of CGI or good CGI that they didn't put the budget in for, and I don't know, the story being so obvious, it makes it really hard to make this any higher than that. That being said, it's a good movie. It's an enjoyable movie. I would probably wait for the 3 months or so until it comes out free on Disney Plus to watch it, but it is still worth watching. Again, if your kids are, at that younger age or simpler age, I wouldn't take them to it, or have them watch it just yet. But my suggestion for you is wait till Disney. It comes on Disney Plus. You watch it, and then you tell me about whether it was good enough for your kids to watch or not, because I don't know your kids. That being said, guys, I thank you guys for joining me on this first ever live B review. And you can tell it was live because I talked for 5 minutes without my mic on. But please, guys, hit me up here in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this new way of doing the format, because I might keep doing this live if you guys like it. Tell me, guys, what you guys thought of Cruella. And then also, lastly, let me know what other movies you guys would like me to review, what books, games, anything like that. We will do whichever ones you guys are looking forward to. In fact, the ones that get the most comments on it, I will go out of my way to do. So hit us up here in the comments, and of course you can hit us up on all of our social medias. On Facebook, it's Be Hero Media. Be Hero on Facebook. On Instagram, it's Be Hero Media. On Twitter, it's Be Hero Media or Be Hero Fights. That's our podcast channel, our podcast portion of the channel. Of course, you can see that here. You can go on to your local podcast and listen to Be Hero, or listen to our other shows, Sheroes, if you want some female love on that one. And guys, please enjoy the movies and have a great